354 to 6 Canadian flight 150 Will, 113 range, clear the lane, you're talking everywhere. 175 over the number.
With more jingles!
Off to Melbourne goes Qantas Flight 22 as we welcome you to the February 25th edition of Runway DFW After Dark. And I'm not sure what exactly just happened as far as our stream goes, as we look at a special American Airlines livery coming in. Well, here's what I think happened. I upgraded to a new firmware on my little magic box, which does all the switching here today. And for some reason, it must have lost its connection to our original stream. So it made up a new stream for us to come on the air with you tonight. So anybody who's looking at the old stream, I think somebody was kind enough to put the link to this stream in the other stream, and maybe I can do that too. But anyway, I'm glad you found us, and thanks for tuning in to us here on Runway DFW After Dark. It's a very pleasant evening, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, wind out of the south-southeast at 10 miles an hour. There you see over in the UPS stable a 747 cargo, which is getting loaded up still, and next door to it you see an MD-11 trijet. And I don't know what the status of that is. I haven't been able to check on all of that yet. But in any event, I very much appreciate your finding us through all this rigmarole tonight. We should be here with you till about 10:30-ish, so that we can bring you all the action here. Let's take a quick peek at the loading activities over here at the 747, and let's say hello. Well, let's see. Excuse me. Tanya Vasseur, who works over there, says, Walt, I heard you met Yono on Saturday. And yes, I did. After I closed up shop for the night, he stopped by. He works over there at UPS as well. And he called you up to let you know that we had met, and a very nice gentleman he was. So I hope you'll come over here sometime. Storm Chaser Mark has provided us with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Storm Chaser Mark. Much appreciated. So I see Anna the Dispatcher, the Random Spotter, Kai, and did I miss any of our other moderators here tonight? If I didn't, I apologize. But thanks to our great team of moderators. Steve Lundaby from the cold North Dakota says is a 22-month channel member. 22 months of fun. Really enjoyed the time when I was down there. Can't wait to come back. Well, we can't wait to see you again, Steve. Making the long drive in your pickup truck down here to DFW Airport. Ramon Balderrama says hi from East Texas. Hello to you. And we have a super chat just coming in for $5 from Ralph Woodard. A channel member says, evening, Walt from Colorado. Sorry, we are as warm as you guys, but our haze is a whole lot less of what I see in your video. Keep it up. Thank you, Ralph. So let's see if we can get back to some aviation activity here. Well, aside from that, we've got American Airlines flight number 584 coming in from Tucson, Arizona. It's a 737-800 right here on Runway DFW on a Tuesday night. In case you were wondering, we did miss the liftoff of the British Airways A380 Super Jumbo Speedbird, which was off to London. We are going to try on a Friday night, if I can get this into my schedule, I'm going to try on Friday night to be here at least for the takeoff of that plane, because our channel member Beaker and Honeydew will be on that flight. I'd love to be able to document that for them. We get a random hello from Barbara P. Sterling. Hello, Barbara. Lovely to see you here. Michael Popo with a $2 super chat. Runway DFW is the best comfy stream on YouTube. Well, that's so nice of you to say. It's like wrapping a warm blanket around you, isn't it? We have a large jet coming in from the city of brotherly love. Is this it? I think this is. That would be American Airlines flight 1679 coming in from Philadelphia, 737-800. Or wait, is this it? I think this is it. Kind of hard to tell sometimes when they're that far away. It's coming in way over on the east side of the airport. So that's what a Dreamliner looks like from far away at night here. Anna, the dispatcher, says, we need all the warm blankets. Well, not tonight. Patrick Halsey, a channel member, says hello from Minnesota. Hello, Patrick. Kevin says good evening, Walt. Hello to you, Kevin. Jet Setter Bound 747 says, I remember as a nav geek in DFW, an A380, 777, A340, and A350 were on final when we started boarding. That's the one flight I wish had been delayed. Headed out to Reno, Nevada. American Flight 2922 is a 737-800. That is it there. On the roll on runway 18 left. A long run out on that one. I'm sure that many of you have seen the footage today of the incident at Midway Airport in Chicago involving a Southwest Airlines 737, which was coming in for a landing, and at the very last second, it had the flight crew had to pull up because there was a little business jet that made an incursion on the landing runway. Fortunately, there was some room to spare, and there was nobody hurt. But I'm sure that there was an investigation going on as to what happened there. Now, it looked as though the business jet just crossed right over that active runway from the images that we can see. That was American Flight 2922 to Reno. No, that was American Flight 1104 to Boise. And Airbus A321 was what we just witnessed live on Runway DFW. We have a gift, I see, of some memberships. Let me see if we can call that up and share that goodness with you. Well, that comes to us from channel member Heath Shelton, who's gifted 5 Runway DFW memberships. Thank you, Heath. And so we welcome Ramon Balderrama, Kenneth Epps, ETK, Full Metal Dragon, and Harold Williams II as our newest members of the channel. And that probably pushes us over the 400 member mark. So thanks to all of our members, and also to our viewers who like to gift memberships. Makes a big difference. Now there are so many planes on our screen right now, on my, not on your screen, but on my Flight Radar 24 screen. It's kind of hard to see what's coming in and out. I think this is American 384, a 737-800 off to Salt Lake City in Utah. And I'm doing a little bit of Runway DFW business here so our viewers can find the correct stream. Can I do that? I was just making a little redirect for the correct coordinates of our stream. So I would like to thank Jet Setter Bound 747 for a $5 super chat, a great donation for a great spotter, talker, and enthusiast, I think is what that was short for. Yes, we do have some enthusiasm here. Our friend Texas Girl A Quad Jet channel member says, hey guys, good evening. Hello, Texas girl. GE with a $5 super chat. A 777 passed over from DFW to Europe an hour ago. I am in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Many overseas flights pass near my location from DFW. Very loud, even at 30,000 feet. Thank you for that $5 super chat, GE. You bring good things to life. And Storm Chaser Mark has now joined the Twin Jet category of membership, so thank you, Storm Chaser Mark. Well, there's so many things to talk about. Charlie T greets us from the top of the Mason-Dixon line. Peter Dunn says, which airport is this? My first visit here. Well, Peter, this is Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas. It's one of the world's busiest airports. I think usually number 2 or number 3 in the USA. Atlanta's been recently number 1. But things are always growing here. We're looking here at American Eagle 6255, and this is off to Kansas City, CRJ 701ER. So if you are new here, well, first of all, welcome. So glad to have you with us. We see a lot of American and American Eagle planes here. This is the home base for American Airlines, so that's why that is. Texas girl, once again, increasing our membership immensely by gifting 10 Runway DFW memberships. Thank you, Texas girl. So we welcome Chad in the ATL, John Bowman, Flyby Spotter, Ben N, Joe Mann's Disney Vacation, Big Tree Films, 813 Aviation, Charles Bouts, Michael 8 Jackson, and Gene Cully. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but those are our new members. Thank you for that. Emery Yurtis with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Emery. Well, do you know when Turkish is gonna take off? Well, you may have seen the tail of the Turkish Airlines Dreamliner. Let's see if we can find that in our long distance shot here. So there it is there. It's parked at Terminal D. Well, let me see if I can get you the answer to your question. As we look at the filter for international, and it looks like this is going to go off at, well, it's scheduled to go off at 8:35. So a little more than a half hour from now is when we should start to see that Turkish tail moving. And again, that's the one, that's the red tail with the, I guess it looks like a symbol of a bird on it. I'm not sure what the bird is on the Turkish Airlines tail. But thank you for that, Emery, and I hope that answers your question. In this next hour, we should be seeing a Volaris A321neo headed out to Mexico City. In about a half hour, right around the time Turkish is set to go off to Istanbul, we've got the other Qantas flight of the day, 7879 to Sydney. So we'll look for that in the 8 o'clock hour here. We have close to 9 o'clock scheduled an Aerologic 777 coming in from Canada. And just after 9 o'clock, a Singapore Cargo 747-400 is scheduled to come in from Anchorage. And around the bottom of the next hour, We've got an Atlas Air 747 coming in from Los Angeles. So we have some cargo for you tonight. That's not exclusively UPS. So that's always good. That UPS 747, by the way, is set to go out at 9:20 p.m. off to Louisville. So keep an eye on that for you. And the MD-11 there may be our last plane of the night. It's going out at about 10:20 p.m. Central Time. So lots to see here on a Tuesday night at the big airport. There is the East Tower of DFW with the skyline of Dallas, Texas in the background. We're on the west side of DFW Airport as we watch this American Eagle E-Jet start off on its journey. But look at that, a Frontier coming in. Now, if you're not familiar with Frontier, Frontier has animals on its tail, painted on its tail, and each plane has a different animal. And I don't know if you could see that one. It's a little hard to pick up at night sometimes, but I can tell you that that was Rocket the Hammerhead Shark featured on that one. Let's see what's going on here. Graphic Sign and Design has gifted a Runway DFW membership. Thank you, Graphic Sign and Design, one of our channel members already. And that one goes to Stapper. And what is this? I see a change of username here. And that belongs to 757 Chip. Hello, Chip. Now you had changed away to something which was harder to say, and I can't remember what it was. But I'm glad you're back to 757 Chip. Jordan Massey, channel member, with a $5 super chat. The 8-hour stream on Saturday was awesome. It was fun. But I have to tell you, when you have an 8, I think the stream was about 8.5 hours, and and then you add in the hour of setup, and then another hour of teardown. So that's about 10.5 hours. And that's all standing. And I'm not a young person, so yeah, I did kind of feel it when I finished up that night. You're looking at Flight 751 UPS going to Louisville. It's a 757. Let's listen in. A plane that'll be 31 years old this July. Still doing its thing. Again, this is off to Louisville, the Louisville World Port. So we're going to be lucky enough to see this one take off from here on the west side of the airport. A lot of times, I'm guessing maybe 6 out of 10 times, the Louisville-bound UPS planes are sent over to the east side for takeoff. That you see there is a SkyWest branded plane operating for American Eagle. It's off to Durango, flight 6470, a CRJ 701ER. Right here on Runway DFW. After dark. There's that UPS plane waiting its turn here. See, we showed you that, so thank you again to Graphic Sign and Design. I think I see Skittles in the house. So I'm looking for her greeting. There it is. Our channel member Skittles. Skittles counting down now to her big journey. Headed out to Australia later this week. So exciting. We're excited for you, Skittles. Channel member Larry Brown says, good evening all. Hello to you. Toro 66 seems to be correcting my pronunciation of Louisville. Well, you know, we have a Louisville here in North Texas, but it's spelled differently, L-E-W-I-S V-I-L-L-E. All right, let's see if this one can do its 757 thing and jump right off that runway for us. Aero Astro with a $2 super chat. Hi Walt, Abby, Tom, Gigi, and Dog Dusty are watching. That's quite an audience. Thank you for your super chat and for your support of the channel. coming in for a landing there. American Flight 2823 from Miami, or Miami, depending on your pronunciation preferences. We should tell you, sneak this one in here. You know, we didn't really do our official open today because of that that Melbourne flight. So we will just inform you at this time that you're watching Runway DFW After Dark with a special present opening up there. An added bonus. We'll get to that in a second. But thank you for tuning in. My name is Walt. I'll be your host for the next little bit as we watch the planes come in and out. And we have Ralph Woodard to thank, a channel member who's gifted 5 Runway DFW memberships. Thank you, Ralph. And we welcome Josh W., Liza F., ATL Spotter, Tyler Forrester, and Dan, our newest members on Runway DFW After Dark. So good to see you. If you're unfamiliar with our setup, tonight we have 3 cameras going. This is our main camera on the top of the picture. On the left bottom of your screen is our kind of sidebar camera, and then we have our third camera, the lower right, which is currently pointed over at the UPS facility. So that's how we are super serving you tonight from Runway DFW. 757 Chip says, according to Benny Hill, it's pronounced me mammy. Me mammy. Hey, we've got a 767 just about to touch down here. If I can push all the right buttons, you will see it. As you can observe, it is a UPS cargo jet. The 767 arriving from Miami, or Miami, or Miami. This one doesn't get a jingle. It's 11 years old. No, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. Sorry. Strike that. Let's rewind. That was Flight 773 from Houston Intercontinental Airport. And it does get a jingle. And that's because it comes to us from the year
1996.
So it's a 28-year-old plane. It'll be 29 years old this November. It ends a 46-minute flight from Houston Intercontinental Airport. George Bush Intercontinental Airport. I always thought Intercontinental was a good name for an airport. It sounds more uptown than international for some reason. I don't know why. But I always go back to Phoenix. I don't go back there, but I do like the name of Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. I think it's just a super name for an airport. All right, so we'll get a closer look at that 767 cargo plane coming in shortly. We've got another. Oh no, that's strike that. Well, let's watch this American Eagle plane take to the skies, shall we? have the extended zoom on for this takeoff. So it's a little further away looking. Plus it's a smaller plane. But that was American Eagle 3567 off to Rapid City in Embraer 175. Smoke and Slice Barbecue, channel member, who's planning a trip here on Saturday. Last I heard, Phoenix is a pretty neat airport. I think I've been there once changing planes, but it's been a long time ago. Sarah Deal, the real one, says hello Walt mods and friends. Hello to you, Sarah. Just Planes Crazy, channel member, says got my like in. Aw, thank you so much. I see Pittsburgh Don in the mix. Hello to you, Pittsburgh Don, who's a channel member and of course one of our moderators. Tanya says, I'm at the 747. Maybe after my surgery I can come on with Walt and go live and watch all my buddies work while I come over there. After your surgery? Well, I hope it's nothing terribly serious. But it would be great to meet you. So there's all of our, or some of our UPS friends over there. And Tanya says, I'll bring my black lab Kira to hang out with Walt, my bud. Well, that would be nice. As long as your black lab doesn't like to chew on cables and wires and such, that might be a problem. John Hume says, good evening and good morning from the UK. Bonus of insomnia is a few planes with Walt. Yeah, I know this is not the best time of the 24-hour clock for our European viewers for the most part, but I'm glad that an exception is made for you. Here comes the 767 that came in from Houston. We saw landing a few moments ago. A little bit windy here tonight, but otherwise a really nice evening to be plane spotting for you near the end of February in North Texas. Could you tell? It looks like engine number 1 was not functioning. Well, it was not turned on, or they turned it off. Looks like they were only going on one engine, which that makes sense, right? Sarah Deal wants us to know, and I am glad to know that she's been a member, a QuadJet member for 18 months. Sarah says, I can't believe I've been a member for that long. It has been a pleasure, and I am so happy to recognize your great loyalty and friendship to the channel. And Sarah, we do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Cheeto Productions says, good evening. Hope you have a wonderful late evening stream. Perfect weather tonight. Yeah, my only criticism would be a little bit of wind, but it's not terrible. Let's see how far we can get in on this lift here. Patrick Halsey saying, saving fuel with a single engine taxi. That makes sense. So hello to our friends on the ground crew over there at UPS. Smoke and Slice Barbecue has upgraded their membership to TriJet level. I thank you so much. James Staunton says hello from Tucson, Arizona. Smoke and Slice Barbecue says, yes, we will in fact be there Saturday, including the one and only Harper, the newest addition to the Smoke and Slice family. So yes, I look forward to that. Well, let's see. We got airplane action happening. American Eagle 3856 from Tallahassee is just about to pay us a visit. So we'll swing over to our shrubbery view. See if we've got the right angle here. There it is. Now that plane looked like it had all its cabin lights on. I think somebody was asking, is that common for takeoffs and landings? I think it is. I don't think you'd want a dark cabin when you're landing at night, just in case something goes awry or amiss. We have another new member by the name of Pineapple. Hello, Pineapple. Welcome to TwinJet. I appreciate that. And 757 Chip is here with a $3 super chat. Or one of those, not a super chat, it's got the animated thing. What do they call that? I don't know. But thank you for that, Chip. And I don't know, it's good to have your old handle back. Let's see here. Looks like we've got American Flight 1243 to San Diego. And Airbus A321neo next to liftoff. We don't see it yet there. It's still lining up. I do, however, see Atlas Air Flight 8700. That's a 747-8 coming in from Los Angeles. and it's about 6 minutes away. So hold on to your popcorn for a Atlas Air 747. Meanwhile, taxiing over to see us here. Martinair Super Cargo Master coming in from Abilene, Texas.
1988.
I always like to stop down for these propeller planes. We don't see too many of them here. Seth Rubel Kalba, did I get that right? Says, I think everyone should like and subscribe. Well, that's entirely up to you. I make no demands on you, other than to wish that you enjoy yourself. JTB Airliner 320 says, Happy Tuesday, Walt. We'll be there for a spell Saturday, April 19th to Plain Spot. Well, I hope if I'm here to see you then. Theo Smaglick, channel member, says, Hi, Walt, mods and members. Richie the Top Shotta says, I'm always here. I just don't type in chat. Thanks, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I work at the airport here, Frederick Douglass International Airport. I de-ice aircraft. That sounds like a cold job. All right, the 747 Atlas Air is now on final approach. It'll be another minute or two here. We'll get our long lens ready for the big event. Always a treat to see the Queen of the Skies here. Channel member Rachel Dally Hug says, I hope everyone is having a great evening. So far, everything is good. Oh, Michael Moore BHM says, that was me asking about the lights. I read the FAA recommended darkening the cabin so the eyes can adjust to darkness in the event of emergency. Never thought of the eye adjustment reasoning. Okay, well, I really don't have the official answer for that. If anybody's in the airline industry and they know, we can be enlightened. But it doesn't seem like all the planes have the cabin lights on when they're in takeoff or landing mode. And I don't fly often enough to be able to say from experience. And Max says, my bad for being late to the party. Howdy again. Walt from G-Town. Let's flip over to camera 1 here. where we expect momentarily to see the big 4-engined aircraft. In case you have any offline questions for us, you can reach me at walt@runwaydfw.com if you are interested in being a member of the Runway DFW Moderation Federation, or just have a question about plane spotting or how we do things or whatever. Where art thou? 747. Okay, I'm going to say 30 seconds away now. Flight 8700 from Los Angeles. A 747-8, which is 9 years old. Atlas Air. It behind, I can now see it behind trees, which my camera can't pick up on, but yeah, we're about in the right position for it, I believe. They don't have their tail lit up, do they? I don't know, does Atlas light up their tails? I don't see them often enough to remember. Seems to me like they do. But this one is not illuminated. The review from TechSpec is ravishing. I don't know if I've ever heard an airplane landing described as such, but that's very poetic. Airman 24 informs us that the Qantas Dreamliner headed to Sydney is pushing back from the gate, according to Flight Radar 24, or whatever service they're using to monitor the planes. And that's the last look at this Atlas Air plane we're going to see. So we will shift our focus all the way around to an incoming Martin Air flight from Tyler, Texas. This is another Cessna 208B Super Cargo Master. jam our camera in its direction. Invosity says, I was on American 2775 last night. My cousin is flying in on that same plane today. It's coming third down. I hope I can see it here. We'll do our best to share that with you. 2775. Well, 2775 coming in from Miami is on the east side of the airport, so we'll do our best. I don't know how much we'll be able to get of that for you. Here comes the Martinair. Let's see if we can get a little bit of that, and then we'll see if we can catch the glide path of the other plane coming in from southern Florida. Blue of the western sky. Well, let's see here. I think we may have missed our opportunity to see the flight from Miami coming in, so I apologize for that to our viewer. Patrick Wooters, one of our great channel members, QuadJet channel member. Good evening, Walt, and everyone passing by for a short passage before going to bed. Enjoy the show, everyone, and greetings from Luxembourg. Well, with another Euro viewer. Staying up late or getting up early, or whichever, whatever direction you choose to figure that out as. Pineapple, one of our new members, says, what are your camera specs and settings right now? Well, our main camera, which you're looking at now, is a Sony ZV or ZV E1 with a 200 to 600 millimeter zoom lens on it. That's the one you're looking at now. This one is a Sony, and I can never remember the exact name of it, and it's too high up for me to see. But it's another Sony camera. That's got I think an 18 to 70 millimeter lens. I can't remember. Well, if you look at the all of our specifications are delineated in the description of our broadcast.
$19.89.
That's that little Martinair that came in earlier. Freak Daddy 4. Been a Twin Jet member now for 7 months. Love this stream. Thank you, Freak Daddy 4, for your support of the channel. Imvosity says, are your videos daily? Well, you can watch them daily, but we're only live usually, generally speaking, 2 or 3 times a week, as this is not a full-time enterprise for your host, but rather a fun sideline. I mean, I enjoy doing this, but I've got a full-time job, so I can't be out here every day. I hope you understand. Another one of these coming in here. It's Martinair on parade right now. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was Martinair Flight 648, another Cessna 208. Well, this is a Cessna 208 Grand Caravan. So a little different. We have a UPS A300 cargo liner, which is, I think, getting ready to pull out. Flight 755 is destined for Chicago Rockford International Airport. An Airbus A300 dating back to the year 2003. Tex-Pac says, I think we can dispense with the formalities and just let Martinair land on the taxiway. I believe their taxi speed is practically the same as their cruise speed. Well, let's give them their due, shall we? You know, it's an airplane. Let them land on the real runway with all the big jets. So here's the pushback of the A300. Which will be mostly obscured by a brick wall. So we'll get back to that a little later. You see, I think I missed Bobby Lou. So welcome to Bobby Lou, who is now a Tri-Jet member of the Runway DFW family. Thank you, Bobby Lou. And Luke, the random spotter, says, where's Barbara P. Sterling? All the props are coming in tonight. Well, she was here earlier, but of course this is it's a little bit later on I think she's in the Eastern time zone, so it's a little bit later for her, so she may have had to drop out. Dave Billington, a channel member now for how long is it? 22 months. Thank you, Dave. Best stream and wonderful Walt from Liverpool in the UK, home of the Beatles. And Texas Girl is back with another 5 Runway DFW memberships. Thank you, Texas Girl. We'll delineate the new viewers here momentarily. Meanwhile, here comes an old school United livery. It's coming in from Denver, Colorado. It's a 737-800. I don't know what the proportion is of United planes and their liveries relative to the current one, with the larger lettering on the side. This particular plane dates back to the turn of the century, 24 years, so perhaps they're not repainting it in order to, because this may be retiring soon, I don't know. So anyway, we'd like to thank, again, Texas Girl for gifting memberships to Hoover 97, Stephen Reffert, Alpha Bravo, Infotaint, and did I miss somebody? I must have missed somebody. Oh, Mad Dog. So thanks again, Texas Girl, for sharing your largesse with us. And again, we've got now, at least as of today, more than 400 members of the channel. So here is the Cessna 208B Grand Caravan. This one is another 20th century plane.
1994.
31-year-old aircraft. This one came in from Tyler, Texas. It was just a 47-minute hop. And this is probably a good time to thank our members. So let me push a few buttons here and see if this will work. Take that out, put this in, and we will say thanks to the Runway DFW members. The list begins with friend of the channel and channel sponsor and Quadjet channel member, James Webb. So thank you, James Webb, for your very generous underwriting of our enterprise here. Thank you, James. Okay, here come the names of our Quadjet channel members, which I will do my best to pronounce correctly. This is as of 11 a.m. This morning, so if you're a new member, you'll see yourself on a future stream. Okay, Airplanes FRA, Alan J., Angela Smith, Anna the Dispatcher, Beaker and Honeydew, Bev A, Cranky OG757, who I now think goes by a new name, Cubs Win, Deborah Klein, Dwayne C., James Webb, Josh Aldrich, Kirby Brooks Sr., KS Geek, Lori M., Michael Flannery, Michelle R.S., Mike G., Netgear, Patrick Wooders, Pete Nordine, Raina Taylor, S35 Bonanza Pilot, Sarah Deal, Simon 007, Skittles, Steve Lundaby, Stuart Kircher, Texas Girl, The Grinch, TNT Oh My, Trident Ken, Want to get up? Go ahead. And Will Hutchison. Those are our Quadjet channel members. And thank you again to each of you. And for now and for the next few minutes, you'll see the names of all of our other members here on the channel, our Tri-Jet, and then followed by Twin Jet members. Yeah, this is turned out to be kind of a Barbara P. Sterling special edition here. She loves these prop planes. Well, maybe she'll catch it on the replay. Okay, I think we've got an A300 to watch take off over here. Oh, but first we've got a Qantas. This is the Qantas Dreamliner headed back to Sydney. Qantas Flight 8, the Flying Roux. Safe travels across the pond. Yeah, so let's see what this A300 is up to over here. Rohit Parkal, how could I ever forget about you? Welcome to our stream on this Wednesday. Sorry, Thursday night. No, Tuesday night. It is, of course, Wednesday for some of our viewers. Logic. I think this is what this is. Yes. Aerologic, a German-based cargo airline. This is flight 464, 777, coming in from Toronto. A 15-year-old aircraft. So lots of heavies here in this 8 o'clock hour as we come up on the come up to 9 o'clock. Another UPS A300 is preparing to push back. It is going to Ontario, California, so it should be taking off from here on the west side of DFW. So Aerologic clearly lights up its tail. Rachel says, never seen that livery. We've seen this only a couple of times so far here at Aerologic. I think it's not a daily flight, so it depends on what night we are here, I guess. There's a birdie on the tail of that Frontier aircraft. It's an Airbus A320, flight 2531, I believe, going to a destination which I shall enumerate shortly. Phoenix. Where is this plane? There it is. Sorry, it was a little inelegant, but I want to pick up flight 2024 coming in from LAX, an Airbus A321, American Airlines. This American A321 is off to the Valley of the Sun in Phoenix. Let's see, we're supposed to have another A300 going out. We'll have to check on that. This A321 coming in from the American Airlines hub in Charlotte. Flight 2602. Elias L says hello all with a wave. Hello, Elias. Tanya says the 747 is done loading. So let's see if we can catch the door closing. I think we just barely, there it goes. Clunk. I don't know, does the cargo door in a 747 make a clunk when it closes? Luke says the A300 cleared for launch. I don't see... So I think, based upon our coordinates, looks like it'll be pushing back from, I think that's that last tail there, if I'm not mistook. Well, time once again to alert the affiliates. I'm not a fan of that song. Let's try this one. So what was I going to do here? Oh, I was going to do this. I know I was playing that music for a reason, and that is to let you know that you're watching Runway DFW After Dark. Walt here with you for about another, I would say 90 minutes or so of aviation activity, so stick around with us. Just doing a little bit of housekeeping here as we continue to watch the names of our many members go by. Thank you again to those members. Freddie O says, the music sounds like it's from a Pink Panther movie. I think it was intended to sound like it was from a Pink Panther movie. That was the whole goal of a lot of these songs, was to sound like other songs without infringing on their copyright. So I think the is that big jet moving? Pretty close. Got people. Got the tug all ready to go here. Austin Swafford, hello to you. Doing great. It's a very nice evening. Good to have you with us. All right, I think that concludes our thank yous for the evening. Well, at least as far as that crawl goes. Put our clock back in there so you can see what time it is. Let me look at the rest of the airport here to see if we're missing anything. Yes, this 747 is now on the radar. This plane will be going to Louisville. I guess we have a little more Queen action here for you. That one escaped my attention. But I heard it and I thought, oh, we better take a look at that. So that's Singapore Airlines cargo coming in from Anchorage, 747-400. It's a 19-year-old Queen. watch it turn, and then we will turn our attention to its UPS sister. It went long, didn't it? As our friend Kevin would say at Airline Videos Live. And the big bird is backing out. Nat, hello. Says first timer, your commentary is appreciated. I'm glad to hear that. I think there are purists who might just want to hear the natural sounds of the airport and watch the planes, and I appreciate that, but my personal preference is to listen to streams that are narrated by a human being, so that got some semblance of what's going on. And if you turn away from the screen, which you can't just watch the screen all the time, you've got some audio cues to let you know when it might be a good time to turn back. We're about to see another plane going out here. Let's see. Look on that Frontier. Martillo, the bonnet head shark. Really? It's playing off to the city adjacent to the bay, San Francisco. Flight 3999. It wasn't the smoothest action there. Rohit Prakal says, Walt, my 4-month sojourn to the U.S. ends on March 6th. I head back home to India on Emirates from Houston via Dubai. That's a long trip. And I hope you have a very safe one. Did an UPS A330 leave? Did that one go out? No, we've still got one that's getting ready to go. Well, we had one go out earlier, but we have another one that is now getting ready to go out. But I don't think it's backed up yet. Kevin says good night. Good night. Omega Sunrise says, I see they are flying N250UP tonight, one of the oldest MD-11s of UPS. You know, we'll be here for that if it goes out on time. It's supposed to go out about about 10:25, something like that. Drakal says, love it, watching from DFW Plaza. So you're here somewhere. It's a good night to be out here. Flyby Spotter. One of our channel members says that's a great night show. Appreciate your commentary. Rich Carlisle says, love watching the UPS planes. I've worked for UPS for 35 years now. Thank you, Rich, for being a Tri-Jet member now for 15 months. Well, we're lucky that we get to see the UPS planes, and it's now moving out. It was on the move and it stopped. So I'll have to do a little repositioning here. There it is. Still moving more slowly than I thought it was going to move. So I was trying to do a sequence here. So there it is. And is it moving again? I think it is. Let's try this. No? Yes? It is? That's the slowest 747 I've ever seen. Here we go. There we go. So we'll see where this goes. It's making the turn that we like to see it make. It is going over to 18 left for its next assignment. Glad to see that. Pretty quiet plane, at least at this velocity. Over there on 18 left, we do have an American Airlines 777. Flight 997, which is headed to Buenos Aires in Argentina. And that probably will get the green light before this plane does. So many planes over there. Okay, this one is American Flight 1241 to Minneapolis, St. Paul, a 737-800. Well, here goes the flight to MSP. Just to the south of us, we have this A300 just pushing back, Flight 761. It will be going to Ontario, California. Over on 18 left, Looks like the flight to Buenos Aires is next up. Flight 997, 777-200ER, dating back to the year 2001. Big bird now headed south on its trans-American journey. There's the A300, but we've got to go over here because we've got a 747 to look at as it heads out to Louisville. TechSpec, now a channel member for 1 month. Long live the Queen, says TechSpec. Thank you for your kind words, Rachel. Rich Carlisle with a 4 is greater than 2. Kind of our mantra here. There's this A300, which, let's see, where was this going to? This one's going to Ontario, California. Flight 761. It's an 18-year-old aircraft. This turned out to be a pretty good night here for plane spotting heavy jets, cargo and passenger. All the action is outgoing at this moment. Nothing coming in, at least on the here on the west side. Flight 1371 going to Des Moines. Airbus A321neo. Got a lot going on here. I'll get a little sip of my beverage here. I see someone's letting me know that my cache of coffee ice cream is in danger. That's okay. It is quite all right, Mrs. Runway DFW. Cleared for takeoff, American Eagle 4173 going to Corpus Christi, Texas on an Embraer 175. I'd like to give a shout out and a big thanks to Kim Murphy for a $20 super chat. Thank you, Kim. Howdy from Laredo in Texas. That is very kind of you. Uncle Plane Guy up there in the Circular City says, Walt, you're going to do a Indianapolis stream soon. I don't have anything on the radar for that. That was kind of a one-off last year. There was a special kind of get-together of my college radio station. So I haven't heard anything of a similar activity going on this year. Plus I gotta save up my vacation for Cranky Dork Fest and for another trip to Seoul in South Korea coming up in September. Well, we got a big lineup of planes over here to take off. There's going to be no shortage of planes taking off for the next few minutes. I count about 15. On Flight Radar 24. Luke says September can't come fast enough. Well, I don't know, this year's going by pretty quickly already. And I don't know, at my age, I like things to kind of slow down a bit. I don't want time to go by fast. It would appear that American Flight 1148 to Tulsa, Oklahoma, no, Tucson, Arizona, and Airbus A321 is next out of the gate. That's it there. Alright, just once again for you Tri-Jet fans, we are awaiting this plane to be taking off, and I don't think we'll be seeing that for about another 45 minutes or so. At least that's what the schedule shows. So stand by for this plane scheduled to go out to Chicago Rockford International Airport at about 10:20 p.m. Central Time. It's 9:34 here at the moment. See what's got the green light next. Looks like American Flight 790 to Colorado Springs is lining up to take off. This will be, well, is that right? Yes. Flight 790, an Airbus A319. So even as that one leaves the runway, off goes Flight 2063 to Guadalajara. So we're narrowing down the backlog here. So we've got a flight to Oklahoma City going out next, Flight 1458. 737-800 to the capital of our northern neighbor here. Oops. My finger slipped. Obto says DFW airspace is so crowded it blows my mind. There's a lot going on. Beto Basilio says hello from Little Rock, Arkansas. Beto, good to see you. Here we have a mystery plane. Well, it's not a mystery plane. It's an Airbus A321. It's Flight 2652. I just can't tell you where it's going because Flight Radar 24 is not providing me with that piece of data. Flight 1536 to Sacramento is rolling down 118 left. It's an Airbus A321. Another UPS plane is now backing out of its parking space over here. And it looks like the A300 is about to launch off. This one again going to Ontario, California. So we're going to show you the tail now of a 767 UPS aircraft, which is backing up on its way to Louisville. The 4-year-old 767-300 freighter. And I am here to say thank you, with a big thank you to our channel sponsor, James Webb, who has once again popped in a $200 super chat to this broadcast. And I'm sure all of you who are regular viewers know about James Webb. So thank you to James for that. And Ty James kind of sums it up. Where Ty says James drops the 200 hundo bomb. Dang, that's a W. Is that what the kids are saying? I think that's what the kids are saying these days. Pen Wang says United is on final from SFO. Is that right? Because we haven't had anything coming in recently. Well, I see we've got 2 planes coming in from San Francisco at the moment. One of them is United, one of them is American. They're coming in simultaneously, but on different sides of the airport, which makes sense for United. There's the United plane. It's coming in on the east side. And it makes sense for that plane because that's where it's got to park, over at Terminal E. A little hard to pick that one up, isn't it? So now if we just shift our focus a little bit, we will see an American Airlines plane coming in from San Francisco. This will be flight 2427, a 737-800. Casey says fast pace for sure. Beautiful night out. So here comes that American aircraft, which also originated in San Francisco. So we've got an SFO double play here. We pull out, we should be seeing, and there it is, UPS flight 773. This one's going to Louisville, and this one is on a trajectory to go over to the east side for takeoff. So I guess we'll give them one tonight. Right? No tail light, says El Toro 66. Well, I guess we'll just have to report that to the UPS authorities. Plane's headed over to the east side. Got to kind of zigzag around a little bit before they get on the path that takes them over the bridge. Coming in from Birmingham, Alabama, is this American Eagle E-Jet. Flight number 3959, as we see that roll to a stop. Seven 737-800 off to Omaha, Nebraska. Flight 2628 takes to the skies. And the dispatcher says we are back from our bedtime routine. And Rachel, on the other hand, is off to Sleepyland. Glad you could hang out with us tonight, Rachel. Hope to see you again soon. I still had a couple of flights come in, a handful of flights, but it's still now down to all departures at the moment. We've got a flight from Seattle coming in, but still a few minutes out. There goes a FedEx taking off from the east side. See if we can identify that for you. FedEx Flight 1601. Well, it's off to Indianapolis. Airman 24 says Fiji Airways has pushed off from the gate. Fiji Flight 891, an Airbus A350-900, which shall presently be headed back to Nadi. Go to American Flight 7 in back of this. I think we're looking at Flight 1194, an Airbus A321 going to Kansas City. But right behind it believe, is that it? Let me see here. Yeah. So the plane behind the one in front of us is American Flight 7, which will soon be winging its way to Brisbane, Australia. A 7879 Dreamliner. So that'll be our third Australia-bound flight of the evening. We saw 2 Qantas flights go out to Sydney and Melbourne. And there is standing the flight to Brisbane. We welcome a new subscriber, Judy Griffin. Thanks, Judy. Vanderhoffem is one of our newest subscribers. I just joined. Hello to you, Vanderhoffem. Adam Turner, channel member, says, finally a few beautiful days in North Texas. Yes, we are savoring this. Because we've had days in February before. Well, we had some earlier this month, just a week or so ago. And we were down into the, dipping down into the single digits in Fahrenheit temperatures. We had like about 3 days in a row where we didn't get over freezing. Which, you know, in some parts of the world, that's a given. But in North Texas, not so much. So it would appear that our Brisbane-bound flight is next in line. And it's a long one, as you might expect. $8,300 miles, a little more than 15 and a half hours after it takes off from here until it lands in Brisbane. Just to the south of us, we've got activity going on at the Tri-Jet. Looks like there's somebody in the cockpit now. And this plane should be pushing back in the next 15 or 20 minutes. Unless it's going to go out early, I don't know. I guess it's pushing back, isn't it? Let me get my other camera pushed around here so we can document this for you. This is flight 753 off to Chicago Rockford International Airport in Illinois. One of our viewers said this is among the oldest tri-jets in the UPS fleet. So it's a 29-year-old plane. And we will pull off this momentarily to show you the departure of the Fiji Airways flight to Nadi. In fact, I think we're going to have to do that now. Fiji Airways flight 891. As we listen to the spool up of the tri-jet. Sorts of stuff happening here at DFW Airport. It's either cured my tinnitus or has given me permanent tinnitus. I'm not sure. That's loud. Wellington Flights Live, our good friend from New Zealand. Hello, Kevin. Always happy to see you pop on when you can. Of course, where he is, it's already Wednesday. And if you have not yet done yourself the favor of sampling the Wellington Flights Live YouTube channel, be sure you do that, because it's a whole nother world down there in Wellington. And of course, Kevin has some special broadcasts coming up. He'll be headed over to Spotterfest in Sydney over the next few days, and I guess if you can't be there in person, as I can't, that'll be the next best thing, to check out his streams from Sydney. Trijet moves into position. So I'm going to get a turn and burn signal here. I can't, our tower radio's not working all that well tonight. I think it's going off to Chicago Rockford. Off to San Antonio, the American Airlines U.S. Airways livery. It's an Airbus A321, flight number 3097. Kind of briefly saw this one coming in earlier this evening. Well, let me see what's coming up here. I think we're pretty much done. But let me just double check my sources here. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything in the next 30 minutes or so is of tremendous interest. We do have another UPS freighter headed out now. The 767, this one is off to Louisville.
1996.
20th century plane, 28 years old. Getting the pushback. But just letting the affiliates know that Chat Stravaganza is upon us. Chat Stravaganza is, for our new viewers, is your opportunity to watch me pack up all this gear while you, the home viewer, can chat amongst yourselves and listen to specially curated music that we provide for that purpose. So yeah, I think as we watch this plane pushing back, we'll begin our goodbyes. Because, you know, we have been
Rocking in the nighttime.
Turn down that a little bit so you can hear what I'm saying. We are indebted to our channel sponsor, James Webb. Thank you so much, James, for your support of the channel, for your extra special support tonight in terms of a big super chat. Thank you for that. Thanks to all of our supporters, our members. We've got a lot of new members tonight, thanks to people like Texas Girl, who've given unto themselves. So let me just thank all the people who've chimed in tonight with some financial support. Storm Chaser Mark, Ralph Woodard, Michael Popo, GE. Storm Chaser, let's see. Jet Setter Bound 747. Texas Girl, Heath Shelton. Emery Urtus, Jordan Massey. Graphic Sign and Design. Aero Astro. Ralph Woodard, Smoke and Slice Barbecue, 757 Chip, Pineapple, Bobby Lou. Let's see, who else? Texas Girl. Did we get this one on? Yeah, she gifted 5 more memberships. So 15 in all from Texas Girl tonight. Thank you again for that, Texas Girl. Kim Murphy and James Webb are contributors for the evening. Much appreciated. We're going to segue now into chat stravaganza, but first we'll have a little bit opportunity for you to speak your piece here in terms of chats to say good night, and so hang on for that right here on Runway DFW. Did I forget again to thank our mods? Thank you, mods. Without you, this is, it's not worthy. I'm not worthy. So thank you, mods, for making sure that our viewers have a great experience on Runway DFW.
your favorite hits.
it's me back. There's about that time where I've got to turn off the equipment so that I can take it away and pack it up and turn us off the air. So before I do that, let me see if there's any final things, messages here. I said, here's Wellington Flights Live. Kevin says, I wonder if Walt is like me. Doesn't like others to touch his stuff when packing up. It's not that I mind people touching it, but as you probably know, when you put things away, you've got to have it in a certain order so that you know where it is when you go back and set it up. So that way I can when I pack it up, I know I can set it up quickly again. So yes, I guess I am like you in that regard, Kevin. So that was Chat Stravaganza. And Kevin wants to, do I have enough seats in the car for the choir, or do they have to take the bus home? Yeah, I think Texas Girl will be here to stop by with a coach to pick them all up, because there's no room for not even room for a passenger in the car I've got now with all the stuff I've got. Let's see what else. Okay, so I think that's it. We'll give our little salute to Pan Am, and then we'll do our copyright, and then we'll be finished. Well, this will be finished, and I won't be finished for another 15 minutes or so. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for your participation. Tentative plan to be back on Friday night, earlier than usual, so we can catch the takeoff of the A380 with Beaker and Honeydew on board. We'll see if we can make that happen. I hope so. And we do plan a Saturday stream as well, which usually starts kind of mid-morning. So if you have no plans, hope you can come back and see us. So let's close this out now with our salute to Pan Am, and then we'll close it out. Thanks, everybody. Happy contrails to you until we meet again.
And promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways, the world's most experienced airline. Pan Am makes the going great. This is Dick Tufeld speaking.